Who's a sleepy girl?
Me. I am the sleepy girl. Hey guys, it's Steph. Welcome back to my channel. How you all doing? Hope you're all good. £1 fish. In today's video, we are doing cheapest versus most expensive makeup, which is pretty self-explanatory. Basically, I went through all my drawers of makeup, which took time, by the way. I was there Googling. Don't ever say that YouTubers don't work hard. But you can't even say it. We're lazy as hell. But yeah, I went through all of my drawers and picked out the cheapest product from each category and obviously did the same for most expensive. And I've got the prices here right now. Just wait until the end of the video because the price difference is mental. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing cheapest on this side of my face, most expensive on this side of my face, trying to create the same sort of look. It might look a little bit different. And we're gonna see which side I prefer. And I mean, I'm a cheap bitch. Probably shouldn't say bitch in the first few seconds of the video, so we're gonna bleep that out. You know what I meant. So I kind of have a feeling I might prefer the cheaper side. I don't know why, but I've just got this this feeling deep within my gut. Maybe it's indigestion. I will say, because if you guys saw recently, I did do a full face using one of those Amazon makeup kits. I could have so easily just done the Amazon makeup kit versus the most expensive products, but I figured that wouldn't really be as fun. So what I did is I've included a few of those products, a few of the other products. They're kind of my second most cheapest makeup. So hopefully you understand why, just so I'm not literally doing another Amazon review on one side of my face. But yeah, you know the drill. You know what I'm doing here. I've explained too much already. Cheap this side, expensive this side. Let's get into the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. Let's do this. We're of course starting off with primer. So on the affordable side, I have this one from Primark, which is basically a dupe for the Bobbi Brown face base, which I've actually run out of. It may well have been the most expensive primer that I owned, on this side. This is the most expensive side. If I ever point this side, this is the pricey side. But I've run out, which is sad. I need to get another one, which is painful because it's literally, it ain't cheap, but it's the best. But this stuff is still pretty good, so we're gonna slap that on. And then on this side, this is actually a primer I've not used before. This is the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. This comes in, brace yourself, 55 quids. Blech, like what? A liquid, it's £55. And I don't even use primers that much. I like this sort of thing because it's just a moisturizer, but 55 quid, but we're gonna try it and see if it is life-changing. Doesn't look bloody life-changing. Ooh, it does feel like it's got a nice little bit of a tack to it though. Feels moisturizing. We're not gonna do too many reviews throughout this because a lot of the products I have already used. But this feels moisturizing and it's kind of smoothing my skin out, but also it's got a little bit of a tack. So not sure if it's worth 55 quid, however, does feel pretty good. So now for brows, I know for a fact that my brows are going to look very, very different. It's literally gonna look like I'm oh, I can't do it, Botox, but raising one eyebrow, so that's gonna be fun. But on the affordable side, I have this one here from Temu. This was £2.50 or £2.44 or something. And it's the Handaean Eyebrow Styling Wax. And I actually really, really like this. It's a really, really good dupe for the ABH Brow Freeze. In fact, this one might actually have a little bit more hold. And then on the expensive side, I did not realize how expensive this was because it's been a while since I bought it. The Benefit Brow Setter. This is 26 quid. And I do like it, but I do just feel like my brows need a little bit more these days. So yeah, here we go with the uneven eyebrows. I'm gonna try and not lift my brows up too much because I know this one does have hold, but it's not gonna slick them up quite like this stuff is. So yeah, we're gonna try and at least aim for some sort of slightly evenness. And then yeah, going in with the Benefit, making sure I got a lot of gloop there. Oh, it's just not gonna do the same thing, is it? It's really not gonna do the same thing. Ah. So this one looks a little bit more almost fluffy, because with these sort of gels, it does kind of clump all of your eyebrows together usually, or at least for me. So I'm just trying to get a similar kind of effect by just layering up a ton of this. They look fairly even, that'll do. But yeah, I definitely prefer brow gels like this one a lot more these days. I just feel like they just give me a lot more control and they stick my eyebrows down, which is what I need, because you know the drill, my eyebrows literally do this in the wind. And when I say that, I'm not just being over dramatic. Sometimes if the wind hits me in a funny way, my eyebrows will literally just go whack. So that's why I like these sort of gels a lot more. Literally just stick them to my forehead. Let me know your guys' favorite brow gels, please. Because I always love trying new brow gels. I'm like, oh, what's gonna stick my brows down the best today? Okay, we're moving on to foundation now. This one here was from my little Amazon kit, and I kind of valued this at around about £1. You know what, actually, when I tried it, wasn't actually that bad. The color was a little bit off, but it was actually fine. And then for the most expensive foundation that I have this one from Pat McGrath. It is the Skin Fetish one, but I did used to have, I don't know if you guys remember, I did eventually throw it away because I'd had it for literally like 7 years. The La Prairie foundation, I'll see if I can put a picture of it or something on screen. That was like 150 quids. So we've gotten a little bit more humble over the years. I mean, to be fair, I literally got sent that foundation and it wasn't even good. But yeah, Pat McGrath on this side, cheap random Amazon one for like £1. It's the Sightling Liquid Foundation. So let's start off with the, Pat McGrath one. Haven't used this foundation in ages, so hopefully the color's okay. It's like super, super liquidy. And just in case any of you guys are wondering, I have this in the shade Light Medium 13. Yeah, I haven't used this in ages. I hope I don't really, really love it because that will get expensive. Looks good on my skin. Looks a little bit matte, a little bit more matte than I would maybe like. And I am going in with like a third pump, so that's like what, £27 worth of foundation on my face right now? Slight over exaggeration, but you know. Honestly, it looks good, don't get me wrong. However, I'm thinking about how much it costs. It does look a little bit more like dry and textured around this part of my face, which is really sad considering my base so far costs quick mass like £110, just over. Yeah, it's okay, it's fine. I'm now gonna go in, I'm just gonna use the same brush to be honest, it's not that much big of a deal. I'm gonna go in with the Amazon foundation, which like I said, costs about £1. And it's a completely different texture. Like, the products that I'm using are not dupes of each other. There might be a couple of potential dupes here and there, but it was literally what was cheapest and what was most expensive. That's why I said I'm gonna try and make it look as like cohesive as possible, but there might be a few changes here and there. The Pat McGrath one's definitely a bit more like yellowy neutral toned, but I don't think that's half bad, you know? Like when I tried it, I was like, my face is about to explode. But it didn't. Even like days later, I was like, oh, this could be really, really bad. But it was actually absolutely fine. Not necessarily saying that I would use this all the time, but I'm not scared of putting it on my face right now, which is good. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it obviously looks really, really shiny, but I do feel like it looks pretty nice. And in terms of coverage, it's not crazy different. So that's good. At least we've got, you know, a bit of coverage on both sides. So now for concealer, again, on the expensive side, we have got Pat McGrath, and I'm a little bit nervous because this actually looks way darker than it should do. And then on the cheap side, I've got the 17 Second Skin Enhancing Concealer. This was £2.50. It looks very, very orangey. So this is Light Medium 11, but it actually somehow looks darker than the foundation. So I'm gonna do a similar amount on both sides. Do a little bit around the snars. And a little lift as well. But yeah, I remember I got these products for a video and I just never really used them. Watch me now rediscover them and love them and then be really upset because I've fallen in love with another super expensive product. Oh, I am like getting these weird like flashbacks of actually really, really loving this concealer. So you can see it's a little bit more yellow toned, but actually it does work pretty well with the foundation. It's not bad. And then yeah, we're going in with the 17 Second Skin. I cannot remember if I like this or not, to be quite honest. And I don't actually know what shade I have this in, but it's definitely lighter. I might need to go in with a tiny little bit more with this because I don't think it's gonna be as full coverage. Just unloading half the bottle on my face. Don't mind me. Almost doesn't wanna like stick to my face. Maybe it just needs blending out a little bit more, but yeah, like it's not really sticking to my face as much. Can you see that? And it definitely doesn't have as much coverage, but a little really does go a long way with this. I'm trying to make sure this video isn't like horrendously long, because I mean, we've got double the products to go through today. That's why I'm trying to like whiz through everything as quick as I can. Still not mad at how it's looking though. It's not my favorite, but coverage is not as much there, but you're getting a little bit, and it is now finally blending out quite nicely. Definitely got concealer like literally in my eyeball right now. But yeah, it's not looking like too noticeably different. All right. Right, party people, it's time for powder. On the cheap side, we've got this one from Primark. It's their loose baking powder. And on the expensive side, we have this very old that I mostly just keep because it smells nice and it looks nice and I can't open it. Oh, it literally smells like Parma Violet. So good. This one from Guerlain, and this is £57. It's like a kind of color correcting sort of powder. Had it for years, never really use it. Can't actually remember what it's like or if I even like it. I just know that it smells great. So let's give these a whirl. By the way, if you haven't already cheated or if I haven't already put it in the thumbnail, then guess how much the most expensive side is gonna be, just in total. Concealer on this side is already creasing. I remember I actually quite liked this Primark powder. It's actually quite good. I just rate Primark makeup, to be honest. I know I've been kind of MIA on the internet for a while, and a lot of you will now understand why. But I still do want my own range at Primark one day. Like, let's manifest it together, please. If you ever see them like being like, who would you love for us to collab with or whatever, troll them. Well, don't troll them, but just like go ham at them in the comments and just say, Steph, because I'd love that. I've been like an OG Primark makeup fan for years. I want my own range, please. Please, Primark, thank you. But yeah, this powder is actually really, really good. And it seems to be working quite well with my foundation and concealer too. Look at that. It's like mattifying, but without looking too dry. Very nice. Okay, dusting this off. We're going in with the nice smelly powder. And just, oh, like ASMR. Have you guys seen that, like the wooden soup ASMR? Where these people just like stir around like water with like wooden bits in them. It reminds me of that. Here's some wooden soup ASMR for you. Wow, are you feeling relaxed? I'm gonna just go in with my fluffy brush first. Oh, it smells so good. Plus 3 points just for how it smells. Is it doing much? I think it's taken down a little bit of the shine. I want to try out more Guerlain products actually, because there are definitely a few products like their bronzer that I used to love back in the day. So when I worked with Fragrance Direct, I always got sent, because I used to do like, loads of just like kind of like tutorial videos, and obviously they have like loads of random brands on there. And sometimes I would get lucky enough to get sent like Guerlain, like when I was like a struggling uni student with like no cash, I'd get sent like Guerlain bronzers and I'm there like, I feel fancy. And yeah, I really like them. This actually looks pretty good, like on the cheeks, and I haven't done my under eyes yet, but it's like, I've still got a bit of a glow to my skin and it's not really changed the texture of the foundation or anything, but that actually looks quite nice. I'm gonna find my brush. This desk is already getting like chaotic. Dust any excess off and we're going in for the under eyes. Again, get rid of any creasing. That looks quite nice. Looks a bit more matte and a bit more ever so slightly dry, like right on the inner corner. But again, that is the eye that I do get my lovely psoriasis on sometimes. I think that actually looks quite nice. Maybe I will use that more often because I never really used it just because I was like, it's not as good as like my other powders. And don't get me wrong, it's not as good as Laura Mercier, but I do feel like that looks quite nice. Now, if you get a chance to smell this, do. Because it's really nice and it just looks fun, right? Does it mean it's worth like the 57 quid or whatever it was? Probably not. Just go sniff a bag of Parma Violets, but nice though. So now for contour, we have two totally different products. We've got the Danessa Myricks Contour Balm, I believe it's called. And this here is £31. So not horrendous actually. I thought maybe I'd have something that was like 50 quid, but still, you know, not cheap. And it just looks like this. It's actually really, really nice. And then on the affordable side, I have this powder contour from 17, which is, sorry, I keep having to look at my little list here, £4. They are totally different colors, but we're just gonna try and make it work. I'm actually just gonna take the Danessa Myricks stuff on a little like flat eyeshadow brush and just do a little scoop here. I have used this before with powder, like over the top of powder, and it does actually work. And then just press that in with my brush. In between, by the way, like I am pretty much using the same brushes just because I cannot be bothered to wash like 2 different sets of brushes. But I do have little like baby wipes here and I'm just kind of dusting everything off in between. Oh, don't know if I like how that's looking on my cheek with either the powder or the foundation, because I have used this many, many times like over the top of powder and it works, but I don't know if I'm loving that. I feel like it just looks a little bit muddy, which it never normally does. Normally I really like this stuff. So yeah, now going in with the 17, like bronzer contour shade. This one is in 020. This is actually quite a nice contour shade. I actually think I prefer the affordable side right now. I feel like I like the finish a little bit more on the expensive side, but overall, I actually kind of prefer the affordable side. Okay, we've got bronzer. I have this very, very spenny Charlotte Tilbury one, which comes in at 45 quid. And I never use this, I don't know why. I think sometimes when products are so expensive, I just don't use them because I know that if they become part of like my daily routine, then I'm just gonna be like, oh damn, oh damn, oh damn, it looks quite nice. Of course it bloody does, it's Charlotte Tilbury. Bada bing, Bada boom. I like that, damn it. And then for the other bronzer, I have this MUA one, which is just the MUA Bronzed, which is £2.50. However, they have now changed the packaging and it now is £3.50. But I'm classing this as £2.50 because that's what I originally paid for it. Still hella cheap though. Ooh, it's different, but that's still quite nice as well. It's just like not as warm. Why do these actually look like fairly similar right now? Next for blusher, I have this one from the OGs. Oh my God, who used to use Natural Collection back in the day? This was like all I ever used. These blushes are actually really, really good and they are £2 freaking quid. In fact, when I was looking at prices last night, they were like £1.25. Madness. So we've got this shade here, which is called Peach Melba. It used to be in different packaging, but I used to use this exact shade like way back in the day. And then for the expensive side, of course, we had to go in with Dior. I'm kind of glad I don't actually have like too many Dior products, but I also do kind of want to try some. Let me know what products you guys want me to try and I'll drop a whole load of cash on it. But I have this blush here from Dior. The colors are very, very different. And this one here costs £36. Let's go in with a little bit of this and just brighten up my cheeks. I'm still not fully like convinced by the whole light blue tone pink blush. You know me though, when it comes to blush, I'm always like 8 years late on any sort of trend. Like it does look cute, but it's not my go-to color. So now we'll go in with the OG, the Peach Melba. This is actually way more pigmented as well. Like, I do just prefer that sort of color. I feel like it does just look more flattering. Which side do you guys prefer? Because still, I am kind of feeling the cheaper side more. There's like a little bit less coverage on my inner corner, mildly infuriating. But otherwise, like, I do actually kind of feel like it looks better. It is time for everyone's, or at least my favorite time of any makeup routine, and that is highlighter, of course. I don't know what happened to this one here. I must have like stood on it or something. But this one from MUA, again, was an OG fave. This is £3.50 and it's their Undress Your Skin highlighter in the shade Radiant Cashmere. Probably the best shade that they do, I wanna say. They used to do loads of shades, so I don't know if they do as many now, but pop this guy on and look at it. It's still to this day, I mean, I was about to say, I don't know why no one talks about it. I haven't spoken about it for God knows how many years, but it is still to this day one of the best, like, affordable highlighters you can find. Look at, it makes my skin look wet. I'm gonna put this in my dressing table because I actually love this stuff. In fact, I'm gonna actually do, like, in the center of my face, because I'm not about to try and put a little bit of highlighter on this side of my nose and a little bit of highlighter on this side of my nose. I'm gonna put the affordable one on my snoz, just because I love it so much. However, the next highlighter was also another favorite of mine, but it is, as you can imagine, a lot more expensive, and it is from Dior. I don't think they still make this anymore. You can probably get it like online in some places, but it's their Nude Air highlighter in the shade 001. And this guy, it's 44 quid. 44 quid. So I dusted off my brush, and again, it's just stunning. Need to use it more. Don't like using too many products like when they've been discontinued or if they're like completely sold out or whatever, but it is gorgeous. So I might actually start using this as like more of my daily highlighter. It's just so pretty. But then again, so is the MUA one, and they actually don't look too different. I want to say that the Dior one like meshes into my skin a little bit better, but it's also 40 quid more expensive. And all you need to do is, if you want to mesh your highlighter into your skin a bit more, just tap it in. And then it literally looks basically exactly the same. Both stunning highlighters. I love them both. Like the wet look on my forehead right now. But I do still want to say, I know I keep saying it, so far the affordable side is winning for me. Like I said, cheap bitch. Okay, so for setting spray, I have this one that I recently tried out from W7. So this is the Snow Flawless Miracle Moisture Fixer Spray, and I actually really, really liked this. This bad boy costs £4.50. I'm going to, can't take any chances. There we go. Definitely didn't need that much considering I was only doing half my face, but it's what it is. And then for the expensive side, I have this one from Laura Mercier. I did not realize how expensive this was. This is £36 and it's their translucent pure setting spray, 16-hour invisible hydrating spray. That's a lot of words, but we'll do this side. Come on, are you gonna spray or not? What? Oh God, what is happening here? So far the other one's winning. Are you seeing that? I don't think you are, but it's like peeing. I'm gonna do it from afar. Actually, I'm gonna literally do it like high up. Oh God, this is not gonna work. Oh, I got one. Oh, I think it was just clogged. Okay. Do not like the mister on that. It's like Can you see that right here? You probably can't, and I'm just wasting tons and tons of money. It's like, but it's on. It's on. I definitely prefer the W7 one, just for the ease of use, because I don't know if I've got like a dud or something, but I don't want to be doing that every single day. Now for eye primer, I've got this little P. Louise dupe from Temu, which was £2.50, and then on the expensive side, we've got this one from ABH, which I never really use, and this one retails for like 30 quid. I did not realize it was that expensive. I believe they're like two totally different types of eyeshadow primer, so we'll see how this goes. This is so pale. Wow. Okay, we're gonna blend that out just a little bit. Yeah, let me know if any of you guys like ever use this, because I believe it came out when like all the Norvina palettes that originally started coming out. I just never see anyone using it. I feel like people used it for like a month of when those palettes came out, because essentially everyone got it in PR. Yeah, it's not anything I ever really reached for. And it's not even that it's like just a fair toned, like porcelain-y kind of color. It's basically white. Like, what if I just wanted to do a tiny little bit of something in my crease? It just looks a bit insane. So, okay. Yeah, and now we're gonna go in with this Temu dupe. So yeah, they're two like totally different types of primers. This one's obviously more like a P. Louise kind of situation. The other one is just more of like your standard eye primer. And that just looks a lot better, just like on its own. It just looks way better. So again, I think we know which one I prefer. All right, we're gonna get you a little bit closer for this. We're doing eyes now, and I have the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette, one of my favorite palettes ever. This guy here though is 62 quid. And then, to be fair, another palette that I do really love, or another brand that I think do some incredible eyeshadows, is Body Collection. This is £2.50. As you can see, there are, you know, a lot more shades in this palette here, and the colors are a little bit different. But I feel like what I'm gonna do is, you see these like two colors like here and on the same side? I think I'm gonna try and do some sort of like smoky-ish sort of eye with that, and then use one of the highlighters or like the shimmers. So we're going in with the Love Anarchy shade from the Huda palette, straight in the crease. Oh, I don't like this eye primer. I don't like that at all. Making it look really, really dry. Yuck. My eyelids aren't that crusty. I know I said I get psoriasis on there sometimes, but my eyelids have been kind of thriving recently. They ain't that dry. Terrible. And then this shade definitely is not the same, so excuse the slightly different looking eyes, but now we're gonna go in with this shade here in the Body Collection palette. And you can see, still hella pigmented. That's way better. And I've not even finished blending it yet. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of the Huda Beauty one and just extend that out a bit. I already hate this side, and I love the palette, so it's the primer. That palette would never fail me, but it is right now. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Hope, which is one of my favorite shades in this palette, and pop that on my outer corner. Yeah, it's just blending out really weirdly. Oh no. That just does not look good. I'm sorry, Huda. This is not a reflection on your palette, because like I said, this is one of my faves. It's just this primer is not doing bits for this palette. Somehow made it less pigmented. Dusty, dusty, dusty. And now we're gonna go in with this shade up here. Which again, very pigmented. That looks way better. And again, we're not even fully blended out, but it's just, that's way better for me. I hate this side so much. Jeez. Oh, I'm gonna have to take all this off later, aren't I? I thought maybe I could get away with it, but there is no chance. Ugh. Okay, I just cleared up the corners a little tiny bit. I'm now gonna go in with a shimmer. I might actually use my fingers, to be honest. I'm gonna go in with the shade Maverick on the Huda side. Pop that on the inner corner. Again, they're just, I know I'm a broken record right now. It's just not as pigmented as it usually is. And like, I've used this palette with like just any old concealer, like whatever concealer I'm using at the time, and it works just fine. But like, it's not even adding any grip to my lid, so I'm getting a little bit of fallout. Sad, very sad. And then for the Body Collection, I'm gonna use my finger as well. Going with this shimmery shade. This one's like less glittery, but a similar kind of color. Look, it's more pigmented, looks more foiled. And again, I'm not, like, if I had to choose a palette over the Body Collection or the Huda, you know I'm choosing the Huda one, but just not with this primer. That has fully thrown me. All right, now we're gonna move into liners, and I have this very expensive one from Byredo for the expensive side. This is £33. Different kind of liner. The other one is more like a felt tip. But we're gonna do a big fat wing here to basically cover up the eyeshadow. Oh, I just realized this one's actually brown. I think I have a brown version of the liner I was gonna use. Yeah, this liner's okay, but for 33 quids, absolutely not. It's like, why does any small tub of like liquids need to be £33? It's not like you're a mascara, maybe you've got like some serums in there to help grow your lashes or something like that. It's just like, no, it's literally just like a black liquid or brown liquid. Like, it's fine. The eyes definitely look better now, but it's like, not for 33 quids. Okay, I thought I had this liner in brown, and I swear I do, but I don't know where it is, so I'm just gonna use the black one anyway. But this is from Body Collection, and this is £3.50. That's more like it. That sounds a lot better to me than 33 quid. Oh, this one's dried out. Thankfully, I have another one here. This is literally a brand new liner, and it's dried out. Okay, a little bit of spit, and we're back in action. That's what she said. It barely looks any different, it's just a slightly different colour. Yeah, still prefer the cheap side. For mascara, we have Byredo again with a £40 mascara. And then we have another Body Collection mascara. This one is £2.50, but I've actually not tried this one before. It's their Intense Mascara, and it is so dried out. Wow. I've not even had this for that long. Literally just opened it then. I'm still gonna try it though. Still gonna give it a whirl. So yeah, I tried this, and again, for 40 quids, it's just, it just doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, it's just dry. Like, it just doesn't really do much. Even the packaging just feels like flimsy. Like, it looks cool, but like that, trash. So now I'll try out this seriously dried out mascara from Body Collection. I don't know why it's dried out this much, but will it be better than the other one? I mean, the other one was pretty dry as well. Just really working it in there. It's starting to do something. We're getting there. It's taken like 47 years, but I'm slowly building it up. And to be honest, even this like dud of a mascara, it's actually just kind of working as good as the Byredo one, which kind of tells you something. Now, don't get me wrong, the Byredo one is fine, but I literally did the same thing with a dried out £2.50 mascara. I think I'm gonna skip out on the lashes just because I'm not gonna be keeping this on my face just because I'm really not into it, like just how uneven it is. But just like banging my cabinet back there. We're now gonna move on to lips. This is the most expensive product. I feel like I sounded like Stephen Bartlett there. You know, this is the best product that Huel has come out with in recent times. That advert makes you wanna just, but every time I say but and pause, I'm like, Stephen Bartlett. But yeah, this is the, oh God, Christian Louboutin liquid lipstick. Thankfully, I got this in TK Maxx. I got it for a lot cheaper, but this is actually £78. Like, you what? What? Like, yeah, it's cute, but like, is anyone wearing this as a necklace? I ain't. And then I have this one from the little Amazon kit, which I reckon probably cost actually like less than 50p. But first of all, I'm gonna put a little bit of lip liner on just to kind of give myself a little bit of a base. It might not even need it. And these lip liners are two totally different colors. We have one from Estee Lauder. This one here, come here. This one here is £26. Yeah, it's in the shade Spice. And then on the other side, I have a nice, friendly 17 lip liner for £2.50. So I'm just gonna sketch in a little bit of a lip line with this. Nice enough lip liner. Is it worth 26 quids? And then this 17 one. Creamy, pigmented. One of my favorite lip liners, you know. That'll work for a minute. It's just to kind of, just to try it, just to try the expensive versus cheap lip liners, because also we are just gonna cover everything up. So now we're going with the Louboutin. This one swipe here is probably worth about 50p. And yeah, as you can see, this one is a shimmery, shiny liquid lipstick. But honestly, like, if I really love this, I mean, I spent a good chunk of money on it. I think I spent like £40 on it. If this is actually good, I would use it, because obviously like lip products can expire a lot easier and stuff. But I just don't really like it. I just got it out of curiosity for the fact that it's so expensive and I just saw it in TK Maxx. But it's just not that good. And then we'll go in with the Amazon liquid lipstick, which I've got to say actually was fairly decent. So this one is matte though. Just make sure I'm not getting this all over my teeth. See, like pigmented, nice enough color. God knows what's in it, but also I don't really know what's in the Louboutin one. Okay, I'm gonna let that settle down. I'm gonna sort my hair out. I might add a little bit of gloss over the top of the Amazon one, just so it does look a little bit more even. But yeah, I'm gonna go sort my hair out and then we're gonna see what we think. Whew. Okay. Okay, guys, this is the finished look. You could probably tell by my face, I'm not loving it. I do feel like I have lipstick on my teeth constantly though. There we go, wipe that on the trousers. Time for how much everything cost. So, the affordable side costs just over £46. Quite impressive. The expensive side, okay, I want you to type in the comments right now if you haven't already guessed, and don't fast forward, don't cheat, how much you think this side costs. I'll give you a little like countdown moment. This side was £684, which is literally almost 15 times more expensive than this side. And honestly, like, I don't love the makeup at all, like at all, but this is not 15 times better. In fact, I actually think this is just better in general. Let me know what you guys think. If we ignore the lips, if I had a bit more color on my cheeks, like something a little bit more of like an orangey bronzer, it might be a lot better. And obviously the eyes, I'm really upset about the eyes, but 15 times more expensive. And it somehow looks worse. So yeah, that's my expensive, no, this side. There we go. That's my expensive versus cheapest makeup. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know which side you prefer. I think it's pretty obvious. I prefer this side. There's definitely a few products that I do prefer on this side, but altogether though, I honestly do just prefer the cheap side, and it is far cheaper, like literally 15 times cheaper, which is crazy to me. But yeah, guys, let me know which side you prefer, and let me know if there were any products like throughout the video that you just thought, yes, Steph, the cheaper one was way better than the more expensive. Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys want more videos like this or more like challenges or whatever, let me know what you want, because I'm literally happy to do it. I'm gonna make like a little spreadsheet of loads of videos you guys wanna see so I can just work my way through that. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna go sort my face out a little bit. And if you guys enjoyed this video, as always, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do wanna see more of me, because I upload, say it with me, all the damn time. And obviously, as always, all the links will be down below. I'll kind of separate it to like the expensive side and the like affordable side. But yeah, all links will be down below as always. But yeah, that's it from me. I love ya, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.